Did you know there's a parish in Jamaica that's literally 2 degrees hotter than the rest of the country? And it feels like 5 degrees hotter because of humidity and fewer clouds. I'm talking about Clarendon, and today I'm standing in one of its most incredible secrets that most tourists never hear about. Welcome to the Bight Center, Jamaica's largest nature reserve. If you're loving this already, do me a favor and gently tap that like button. It helps us keep uncovering these amazing hidden gems for you. So back in 1999, the government looked at this area spanning parts of Clarendon and St. Catherine and said, yeah, we need to protect this. And I'm so glad they did, because what's here is absolutely incredible. I linked up with Troy Franklin, the tours and events coordinator, and he broke it all down for me.
In terms of our management area, it stretches from over here in Banks, that's just outside of Racecourse, comes around, follows the southern section of the highway, right beneath Portmore, come down. So all of this in here is the country's biggest protected area, and we're in charge of managing that.
This place is home to ecosystems and wildlife that are so rare. Some of them only exist right here in Jamaica. This place is primarily used as an educational center for schools. They customize tours based on what kids are learning in class. Everything from biology and ecosystems to social studies, economics, and even sustainable agriculture.
This is just a model for aquaponics. So basically, it's for people who want to do farming but have a small space, right? So in the place, you'd put your fish, whatever fish type you want, but preferably a fish that you eat, right? So in this case, we're using tilapia. You throw them in the bottom, you feed them. There's a pump at the bottom there that would suck up the water, comes up the top, so all that poop water comes to the top. It goes through this, where you would have whatever crop you want to plant. In this case, we have callaloo. And we find that the crops that you plant here tend to grow really fast, faster than if you had them in the dirt. So you have them in here in the rocks. The rocks actually have a bacteria that breaks down everything. So the plant just sucks up the nutrients. Yes, so the rocks in here, it's called hydrotons, which is basically a type of clay, but with tiny holes in it. But you could use other rocks. You don't have to use that specifically, right? So the nutrients from the fish poop would feed the crops, but the plants with the dirt actually filters the water, which goes back in the bottom. And this is a self-system. It just circulates. You don't need to do anything.
Oh,
And you only need to top this up once a week. So you basically save on water, you save on space, you're growing both crops and fish in the same spots.
But here's the good news. They welcome everyone. Whether you're rolling solo or bringing your whole crew, you can also learn about this nature reserve. They've got a mini museum that's packed with knowledge, a turtle pond, and a nursery. If you're into bird watching, bring your binoculars because you'll enjoy it here too. They've also got nature trails where you can get up close with Jamaica's natural beauty. And if you really want to level up your experience, they offer boat rides on the Salt River. Most of their tours focus on wetlands, dry forests, and climate change, which sounds super educational, I know. But it's actually fascinating when you see it all in person.
Because if you look on the leaves, you realize it's covered in salt.
Okay.
Right? So what they do is that they sweat out their salt at night. So just like us, if we have too much salt, it gives us high blood pressure and all these things.
Yeah.
This ground is filled with salt. So for them, at night, they literally sweat out all of their salt. And that dries up in the morning and turns into salt crystals. So let me answer the common question from beginning. Can you eat it? Yes. Should you eat it? No. Why? Because this is also where all the birds live. So unless you want to taste the bird with the salt, sure. Will you die if you taste it? No, you'll be perfectly fine. You just need to accept what you're actually tasting. And is it salty? Yes, it's salt.
You taste it. You start to realize how connected everything is and why places like this matter so much. Here's what you need to know if you want to visit. You've got to make a reservation at least 5 days before you plan to show up. There is an entrance fee, but honestly, for what you're getting, the knowledge, the experience, it's totally worth it. And here's something pretty cool. If you're looking to give back while you're here, you can actually volunteer at the center. They accept volunteers who can help out for 1 day or even longer if you're up for it. Imagine spending your time helping to protect one of Jamaica's most important natural treasures. You can reach them with the information on the screen. I'm also dropping all this info in the description box below, so you can grab it easily. The Bight Center is proof that Jamaica is so much more than beaches and resorts.
For a short period of time, it was considered extinct because no one had seen it in like over.
Oh, we do have iguanas.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. So this guy is about yay big. Right? About that big. Jamaican rock iguana. The story goes that someone was walking through Hellfire one day and saw something that looked weird, caught it, brought it to the zoo, and they're like, oh my gosh, we found the extinct animal. So what they've done since is that we have a Head Start program there. So we collect the iguanas, have their eggs, raise them at the zoo. So we have a whole heap of children, get them to a decent size, and then return them to the forest.
Which zoo?
Hopefully.
Hope so.
We've got ecological treasures right here that deserve just as much attention. This place reminds you why protecting our environment matters and gives you a whole new appreciation for the island. So if you're planning your Jamaica trip and want to do something different, something educational, something meaningful, or something that'll make you see the island in a whole new light, add this to your list. You won't regret it. All right, that's it for today's adventure. If you enjoyed discovering this hidden gem with me, smash that subscribe button so you never miss what we uncover next.